Internal organization of cell, part second, cell energetics. What we learn about energy. How does ATP stores energy for our cells? How do plants make their own food using just sunlight, air, and water? Why do a lot of energy drinks or foods have B vitamins in them? Why do we need oxygen? ATP note, ATP is adenosine triphosphate. It is able to store it in the bonds between phosphate groups. This is the adenine phosphate molecular formula and this is the phosphate group. ATP is similar to DNA and RNA. Adenosine is an adenine plus a ribose. Adenine is a nitrogen base found in DNA and RNA. Ribose is a 5-carbon sugar found in RNA. Instead of having one phosphate group like in RNA or DNA, ATP has 3 phosphate groups. However, ATP does not form polymer like DNA and RNA. The ATP-ADP cycles, breaking one first group of ATP release energy, ATP into ADP plus R's energy. We can put the phosphate back on with the help of energy called ATP synthesis. Energy plus phosphate plus ADP forms ATP. Is this really the ATP and cycle is efficient because we get more energy from splitting ATP into ADP plus one phosphate molecule than is required for making ADP plus one phosphate molecule plus forms ATP. The cycle is so sufficient that a working muscle cell recycle all of its ATP once each a minute. If ATP couldn't be recycled, you would have to eat your body weight in ATP each day. We tend to think of glucose as the starting point for making ATP. In fact, your brain prefers glucose as a food. The brain will use over 50% of the glucose in your blood, whether you are thinking or not. What happens to glucose? Glycolysis in cytoplasm. A 6-carbon sugar glucose is broken down into 2 pyruvates, each with 3 carbons. There is a net gain of 2 ATP from ADP plus Pi and 2 NADH from NAD plus and H plus molecules. Glycolysis in cytoplasm, that is anaerobic. This is the glucose which is having the 6 carbon atoms which split into 3 carbon plus 3 carbon with 1 Pi or phosphate group. We call it as a glyceraldehyde triphosphate. Intermediately form glucose to G3P and it forms ATP plus 2 ATP, NAD plus NADH form plus 2 and there is formation of ADP into ATP plus 2, NADP and 2 NADP, NADH. Glycolysis does not require oxygen. For simplicity, we use glucose as the starting point and it is the cell's main source of energy. But protein and lipids can be broken down for energy later on in cellular respiration. After glycolysis, depending on the type of cell and whether or not oxygen is present, no oxygen, that is fermentation, we call it as a anaerobic respiration. If oxygen is present, we call it as a aerobic cellular respiration. Anaerobic respiration, that is fermentation. Why use fermentation? Not all cells have oxygen available to them. Not all cells have the structure to carry out aerobic respiration. The cells still have to regenerate NAD plus to keep glycolysis going. Some cells are strictly aerobic, example nervous tissue. Some cells are strictly anaerobic, for example some bacteria. Some cells can switch back and forth, for example some bacteria, muscle cell, though not for long. Glycolysis occurs first, producing two ADPs and two NADH. Pyruvates stay in the cytoplasm a pathway that does not require oxygen. Two major end products exist: lactic acid C3H6O3. We have domesticated some organisms to help us make yogurt, sauerkraut, pickle, and some cheeses. Your muscles switch to lactic acid fermentation when they run out of oxygen has been blamed for muscle soreness. But there is evidence that this is true. Too much may be evidence that you are not in shape. Within an hour, it either diffuses into your blood and your liver break it down, or it can be converted back to pyruvate. Then when oxygen is available, it can enter aerobic respiration. Ethanol, ethyl alcohol, C2H5OH, ethanol, and carbon dioxide are given off by some organisms such as a single cell fungus. Carbon dioxide bubbles help bread rise and put the bubbles in some alcoholic beverages. Ethyl alcohol fermentation is also used for making cocoa beans. Acetic acid, CH3COOH. In some cases, oxygen combines with alcohol to produce acetic acid. We call it as a vinegar. Many bacteria produce acetic acid by breaking down ethanol. Use it for vinegar, but also for pickling foods, making aspirin, rayon, film, etc. But we know how to do it without bacteria. If oxygen is present and the organism has the ability to perform cellular respiration, then glycolysis is followed by aerobic cellular respiration instead of fermentation. Formation of acetyl-CoA mitochondria. A pyruvate moves into the mitochondria and enters the mitochondrial matrix. In the matrix, the 3-carbon pyruvate react with a coenzyme A molecule. This requires thiamine or vitamin B1 to form acetyl coenzyme A, which has 2 carbons. Lost carbon is given off as carbon dioxide. NADH is produced from NAD, that is niacin vitamin B3 is component of NADH. The Krebs cycle in mitochondria, that is citric acid cycle, each acetyl coenzyme A having 2 carbons combines with a 4-carbon molecule oxaloacetate to form a 6-carbon molecule, that is citric acid. Quite a few reactions follow. This is the reaction. Step 1, there is acetyl coenzyme A forms 2 carbon. Step 2, oxidate 6 carbon. These 6 carbons in step 3 forms NADH plus H and 5 carbons. In step 4, again there is formation of NADH plus H, and step 4 is having carbon 4 carbon. Step 5 having GTP. Step 5 is having 4 carbon. Step 6 is having FADH2 and 4 carbon. Step 7 is having 4 carbon and NADH plus H 4 carbon oxaloacetate. Net result is 1 turn of the cycle produce 3 NADH, 1 GTP, 1 FADH2 and release 2 molecules of carbon dioxide. At the end of the Krebs cycle, GTP work like ATP and some NADH and FADH2 are produced. Riboflavin, vitamin B12 is component of FADH2. 2 carbons are given off as a carbon dioxide. The remaining 4 carbons are recycled as oxaloacetate to do the cycle again. Electron transport chain, mitochondria. All those NADH and FADH2 molecules produced from the first 3 steps are hydrogen carriers. The hydrogens are split into hydrogen ions and electrons. That is, hydrogen, two molecules, to 2H plus 2 negative electrons. The electrons are passed through along a series of electron acceptors on the inner ring. This creates NAD and FADH. The final electron acceptor is oxygen. Oxygen combines with hydrogen to form water. This is substrate NAD, FAD, ATP and ADP plus P1, cytochromes B and C, ADP plus P1, ATP, cytochrome, and there is release of oxygen. Simultaneously, hydrogen forms 2 positive hydrogen plus 2 minus charge electron. The hydrogens are pumped across the inner membrane out of the matrix by a proton pump. The energy for this comes from the ETC. This causes a hydrogen ion gradient, that is proton gradient. As the hydrogen ions flow back in with the gradient, they pass through an enzyme ATP synthase. One part of ATP synthase is a channel. The other part actually spins as hydrogen ions pass it. This gives the cell energy to put the phosphate back on to ADP to make ATP. ATP synthase move. Adding phosphate to ADP is called phosphorylation. Approximately 36 equal to 38 ATP molecules are produced at this stage. Other B vitamin, B6, B12, pantothenic acid, folic acid, and biotin serve as coenzyme at various points in metabolizing our foods. Summary formula: C6H12O6 plus O2 gives rise to CO2 plus H2O plus energy. Thank you.